Hello students, today in this video I am going to teach you SST for standard 4, that is calendars and timelines. There are basically two types of calendars. First is the Gregorian calendar and second is the Saka calendar. So first we will deal with what is the Gregorian calendar. Gregorian. This Gregorian calendar is internationally used civil calendar. It was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII. Pope Gregory XIII in the year 1582. In the year October 1582. Since it is internationally accepted, everywhere it is used, okay, worldwide this calendar is used, okay. This calendar has got 12 months, okay, starting from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. The months comprises either of 30 or 31 days. There are 7 months having 31 days and 4 months having 30 days. In a normal year, February has 28 days, but if it's a leap year, it has 29 days. The year, in a normal year, it has 365 days, but in a leap year, it has 366 days. Now, from where this one day extra coming? It's called a leap year when we have 366 days in a year and 29 days in the month of February. That is called a leap year. Okay. Now, why one day extra comes in the year? This leap year comes after every 4 years. Okay. And this one day extra comes because of the revolution of the earth. To take one full revolution, the earth around the sun, the earth take 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and 46 seconds. So every year the earth completes the revolution in 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, 46 seconds. So when the 4th year comes, this extra hours, minute and second together become approximately, it becomes 24 hours, that is equal to 1 day. So this 1 day is added to that year and the year has total number of days is 365 and February in that year will have 29 days. Now to find it out whether the year is a leap year or not, it's very easy. Now this year 2020, if you have to find whether this year 2020 is a leap year or not, just see that it is evenly divided by 4 or not. 2020. If it's evenly divided by 4 means you are not getting any remainder after dividing, that means it's a leap year. You can try it. 20. It's fully divisible, but mean to say that this year is a 2020 is a leap year. Now you will find it out that whether 2016 was a leap year or not. That is your homework. You will try it and find it out. So this all we have in this Gregorian calendar. Now the second is the Saka calendar. Saka calendar. This Saka calendar is also known as Indian National Calendar. Indian National Calendar. It was adopted. The Saka calendar was adopted on 22nd March 1957 along with along with the Gregorian calendar. Means it closely corresponds to the Gregorian calendar. Closely connects the Gregorian calendar. 27 March along with, 22nd March along with the Gregorian calendar. Unlike Gregorian calendar, this calendar also have 12 months starting from Chait. The first month of the Saka calendar is the Chait. The name of the month is Chait. Chait, Vaishakh, Jyesht, Asad, Savan, Bhadra, Aswin, Kartik, Agriyan, Posh, Magh and Phalguna. So from the month Chaitra to Bhadra, it has the month having 31 days. And from Ashwin to Phalguna, the months having 30 days. Means 6 months having 31 days and 6 having 30 days. Now, if the year, in Saka calendar also we have a leap year and a normal year. In normal year it has 366 days, but it's a leap year, it has got 366 days. Sorry, in a normal year it has got 365 days and in a leap year 366 days. But in the case of leap year, this Chaitra starts from 22nd of March. Okay? It starts from 22nd of March of the Gregorian calendar. But if it's a normal year means that year Chaitra will have 30 days. But if it's not a normal year, means a leap year, in that case Chaitra will start from 21st March and it will have 31 days. It will start from 21st of March of the Gregorian calendar and it will have 31 days in the case of leap year. Now this Saka calendar, this is counted from, the Saka calendar is counted from 78 AD of the Gregorian calendar. Okay? So if this year is 2020 going on in the Gregorian calendar, then to find what is the year according to the Saka calendar, you have to subtract the 78. Okay, suppose I want that to, what's the year going according to the Saka calendar, just subtract 78. That's 2020 minus 78 and you will get that is 1942. That is the year 1942 according to the Saka calendar. Now your work is to find whether 2016 according to the Gregorian calendar, what is the year 2016 of the Gregorian calendar, what was which year according to Saka calendar. This you will find it out. Now timeline. Next topic is timeline. Now what is a timeline? Timeline is a graphic representation of a given period of time. Okay. Now when historians find very difficult to measure the long periods, they brought the concept of AD and BC. AD and BC. Now what is this abbreviation AD and BC? This AD stands for Anno Domini. And the meaning is the year of the Lord. And what is this abbreviation BC used for? This is used for before Christ. Now taking the birth of Christ as a focal point, they divided the thing. They divided the dates. Very easier for them to put the abbreviation after the dates, okay? Keeping the birth of Christ as a focal point. Now what all events happened before the birth of Christ, they started putting BC with the dates, okay? And what all event took place after the birth of Christ, they started using AD with the dates, okay? That is Anno Domini, the year of the Lord. Now two more abbreviations are there that is frequently used, that is CE and BCE. This common era that stands for Common Era, and BCE stands for Before Common Era. These are all abbreviations used by the historians. Before Common Era. Okay, so this Common Era is alternatively used in the place of AD, that is Anno Domini, and this Before Common Era is alternatively used in the place of BC, that is Before Christ, and CE, that is the Common Era. We don't have to write BC and CE. In that case, we can write BC. You will find BCE written. BCE written means Before Christ and Common Era. Instead of writing this, the historian write BCE. Now one more word is there that is called circa. C-I-R-C-A. This circa is used by the historian to denote that now if they don't know the exact date, means it's the approximate date. This circa is the word actually used for approximate date. Okay? Approximate date. When they are not sure about the exact date that when this monument or the building was built or the temple was built, in that case they use this word circa, meaning to say near about to that. For example, circa 700 AD. If any temple was built and they were not able to find it out that exactly what was the date when it was built, so they use the word circa. But by reading this, one can come to know that it is just the approximate, near about. They are not sure of the date. So this word is used there. Okay. So this all we have in this chapter. Based on the study material and this, along with this video, you go through the chapter, study the chapter properly, and just thank you for watching this video.